Hello all, how the devil are you? Hope you're all well. Thank you very much for coming over and joining us tonight. Hang on, I've just got to make sure I've got the stream sound turned on. Yes, I have. Make sure it's work. I don't want you lot moaning that there's no audio. So let's just double check it before you get carried away. I'm going to go black for 30 seconds and I'll be back. Oh, earworm. It's only me and Terry tonight. There's only me and Terry tonight.
Hello, everybody.
The reason being there's me and Terry is because Brian's not been very well the last few weeks, and we're giving him a chance to recuperate. He needs a chance to get himself back to health, and then he will be back. So, Brian, if you're listening or you listen to this later, we're sending you our best, mate, and get well soon. So, easy live tonight, nice little easy live, cushion live. Going to do a simple little pot. I was actually going to do this live on a Sunday a few months ago, but for some reason we didn't get around to it. So what it is basically is I've got a piece of laburnum here. Not very big, it's only about 8 inches maybe, not even that. No, it's not even that. It's 5 inches in length, and the widest part is 4 3/4, and the other bit is 4 1/4. A little bit of laburnum. I'm going to do a little pot. If we get a chance, I'll do a lid for it. But no rush, nice casual live tonight. Let's have a bit of joy, and let's see what we can get out of this. So as you can see, is that Scooter at the Muppets? Yes, it is, Ruth. It's Brian's passport picture.
Yeah,
So
Michael
yeah.
McHugh says, which one's Terry? Well, the good-looking one, Mike. It's all right.
So right. So I'm going to go on to the lathe and start mounting this up, and then Terry's going to welcome you all in. But before Terry starts talking too much, I want to make sure we've got stream sound because we haven't used the system for a few weeks.
I know nothing.
So
everybody hear me.
we're going to hang on. I haven't got there yet. So we're going to go over to there, and we're going to see if we've got stream sound. Right. So you should.
Yes, if you can.
You should hear Terry. So what I'm going to do is they should be able to hear you, mate. Because the green line's
Everybody
bouncing.
say hello to Des Barmo. Can you all hear me?
Hello, Des.
I'm not coming back saying they heard me yet, so I don't know if they have.
Give him a chance. Give him a chance.
Yeah.
Give him a chance. Right.
30 seconds.
Zoom that out.
Don't hear me within 30 seconds. You're out. Say yes. I can hear you, Terry.
Well, my green line's bouncing on there, so you should be. They should have.
There
you go.
Yes.
Yes.
Malcolm Douglas. See, he's the only one taking any notice of what we're saying, except Todd, unfortunately. Okay, lovely old job. As you can see, Stephen's making a superb pot tonight. And before he does that, while he does that, I shall read out who's in the chat so far. So far, it's James Dunn, who was in first, followed by Twisted Pete of the Trees. Grandma Ruth Tube's there. Rob of Copperell's in. Michael McEwen. Mike Evans. Malcolm Douglas, the only one to notice that I asked a question. Door 60's in. Hello, Andy. Todd at Glen Cove Woodworks is there. Barry's Wood Creations. Robert Broadwood. Vinnie Chosen. Ivy Woodshed. Withy Woodshed. Andrew. Alan Gibb is in. Albert Dawson. Simon Mason of Filed Coast Woodturning is in. Rob the Professor's there. Des Barnwell is in. And also we got Andy the Valley Woodturner's there. James Dunn, I said already. Cooking on down. Tren Creek Woodturner Cornwall is there. And that's so far, Stephanie. Is those that have... Oh, Chisky Wood Creations has joined us.
Welcome, everybody.
Steve Fleming's also in. So they're all seeing it come up now and finding them. It's time to join.
Well, welcome, everybody. Hope you're all well. Thank you very much for coming over and joining us. So we're going to put it between centres. I'm going to rough round it. And then we're going to get a tenon on this end. And then we'll get it in our chuck. I'm going to use my SC4 chuck, I think, because... Oops, that's moved out. Because it's got a little bit more bigger jaws on it. And we can get a good grip on it. You know what they always say?
Man, River Woodturning is in.
I think my stub centre's broken. The pin's not coming out the middle.
Is it a fixed pin?
No, it's a sprung-loaded one. But it's not. It's not. Hey, undo it.
Yeah, can you take the pin out and clean it? There'll be a springs jammed up or something.
I don't know. I'll have to have a look after the live, but we'll get the live out of the way and I'll have a look at it. Right, so secure between centres. Bring my tool rest in. Make sure we're clearing the tool rest. So we're going to turn the lathe right down, turn the lathe on, stand to one side, boot the lathe up, pick up a bit of speed, and then we're going to start.
Away we go.
Shaping it. So
Michael Hesseltine's just joined us. Good evening to you.
Good evening. So I'm just going to rough this off with a rough and gouge. This is the Record Power inch rough and gouge. I think that's inch.
Pete Twisted Trees just said, Terry, did you ask a question? I just switched off unless Joe's reading the names. Well, you know, P. At least I didn't do a pocket core with
yeah, I see that.
paint on my hands. I think everybody. Drinks are on Pete next time we see him. Morning. Norman Greenwell's just joined us. Evening, Norman.
Hi, Norman. Who rang today on the group chat?
I don't know. Lewis the Klondike Craftsman's just joined us. Hi, Lewis.
Hi, Lewis. How are you, bud? Hope you're well. Make sure that bark's not too loose. That comes flying off.
We get prefix with a Q just in case if you ask a question because our name is
This still feels a bit wet, this does.
Looks a bit too. You know why it looks wet? Because it's peeling off lovely, look. Chipping it all. That's good, because that's good for demonstrating wet wood. Makes a nice shaving. It's a nice shaving then. Lewis called today, apparently.
Did he?
Pete called last night. Lewis called today. So they both owe us a round of drinks. I reckon we get a drink off Pete before we get one off Lewis. Unless we all go over Canada in mass.
I think Lou should invite us all over for a big barbecue.
I think he should actually pay all our airfares because he keeps calling us.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a plan to me. Just give me the flight number, Lewis, and I'll be there.
What diameter is that, Steve?
And
length, just for people. 4x3, maybe?
The length is 120. We're not quite round yet, but about 85 mil.
That's okay. It's just over 3 then.
So we're not quite round yet.
Not far over 4, but it'll probably be 4 by the time you got the ends off, won't it? Square up.
Yep. So I only want to just get it round because I want to keep some of this on the outside. A little bit of bark there, which I like to keep in there if I can. Trying to keep it as... So I think that's round now.
Rustic as possible.
Yeah. So just a real final finishing cut. So that's round. So we'll clean this end up now.
Greg Alexander's joined us. Hello, Greg.
Greg, how you doing?
Lewis says the price seems a bit steep, but he'll happily buy Steve all the drinks he can drink if he comes over.
I don't
on
drink
his
this.
own ticket. He's happy to buy you as much as you want.
I'll be a cheap date then.
Matthew Lawrence is in. Hi, Matt.
Hi, Matthew. So we're going to use the SC 4 chuck. So I need a 46mm tenon. So let's get this rough down to where we want it. Close. So I'm using the side of the parting tool as another cutting edge, and that gives me a nice flat edge against that edge then.
Make sure it's square.
Perfect. Because what we want is a nice transition line in that point in there. So that gives us a nice button-up point against the edge of our jaws. If you get around in that corner, then when you try and nip up on your jaws, that'll push the piece away from your jaws. So you want a nice square edge in there. Got a nice size tenon on there, 3 or 4 millimeters. It's more than enough what we want. So we're now ready to stick that in our jaws. Let's bring that back.
Jay's just joined us, and Andy from Age UK Woodworks.
Good evening, gentlemen. Had a bit of a lie, you both. Hope you're well. Oh, I see. There's an Allen key on the end there. Look, I'll take that out there, and that spring, I reckon the springs need stretching a little bit.
Yeah, probably.
I'll have a look at that. Put that on there to remind me. Right, so Record Power SC4 chuck.
Lewis is saying he was carrying two touch screen phones and a bunch of wrenches into the workshop when he accidentally called. You know.
I was half asleep at the time.
Sure.
So just gently nip that up, bring our tail stock back up, give us a little bit of tail support.
Norman Greenwell says he tried out the Tenon sizer today, and it works.
Oh, good man. As you can see, using the Tenon gauge, we've got that optimum gripping mark. So you've got 2.5, 3 mil between your jaws, which is the optimum gripping. So that's the idea of it. Right, so we're cleaning up the top.
Combined tenon and mortise gauge, is it?
Yep, you got your tenon on this
Oh, there
side.
it is. Yeah.
So
Okay.
this is for the SC3, SC4 with standard jaws. So you got your mortise for there, 54mm. So you got your centre mark and you got a mark there to mark it, and then you've got a second mark. So when you've cut your mortise, you can just confirm to make sure it's the right size, and then that's for your tenon. If you turn it over, you've got exactly the same for the S. This will do the SC1 as well, because I didn't realise, but the SC1 jaws are the same as the SC2 jaws. So that'll do SC1 and SC2. So again, you've got 42mm mortise, exactly the same with the marks, and then 34mm for the tenon.
Yeah, tenon.
I am now, because a lot of people have asked for it, I am now in the process of doing one for the O'Donnell jaws for the Axminster SK100 and 114, and the C jaws, and there's a couple others. I think I can't remember.
There's gripper jaws you could do, and there's big grippers, medium grippers, small grippers.
The problem I got with the big gripper jaws is that the tenon is 96mm. That's a big tenon.
It is huge.
So I need to look at that, and then I'm going to do one for the mid gripper jaws, the H type jaws, and then the BF type jaws, which is a small one. So I'll do one.
I've got the little ones. They're lovely. They are.
So I'll do one for obviously the C jaws, because they're the most common, and the O'Donnell jaws, they're the most common as well, and then I'll gradually work on the others. But
it's 3 sets with the O'Donnell kit, or you just
25
50mm one separate.
Yeah, I looked on Axminster, and they're 25mm, 38mm, and 50mm, aren't they?
That's something like that. Yeah. Don't know what happened to Lewis is asking what happened to Ruth. Don't know. She's still here, mate. She's still here. I'm going to go at me all the time. She's got a bit of the she got flu-like symptoms, and she's not been very well. And I'm wondering if she's been kissing Brian over the internet or something.
Right, so let's just shape this. So I don't want nothing too fancy. I just want I think a little bit of curve at the bottom, and then we'll curve the bottom in curve at the top, and then a bit of a curve in the bottom, and try and keep this as natural as possible, because I want to try and keep obviously this bit here, this little bit of bark. And if I take too much out of it, I'm going to lose that. So I'm just going to gently curve the top over, and then we're just going to put a little bit more of a curve on the bottom. Then when we come, if we put a lid on it, we can put a little recess in the end there, just for our lid to sit in, so that as it looks like it's curving over and coming into the lid. So just use
I forgot to mention Ruth.
Go on, you're all
right. Ruth's also got a bad foot. Something fasciitis. I don't know how you'd pronounce it, but she can write it up. And also, Ruth's asking, Steve, what charity have we chosen for the auction this year? I can't remember. So,
we talked about the RSPCA, and then people said about something else for animals.
Oh, one of the animal, the people that vets that end animals.
Yeah,
people that can't afford it.
Yeah, so I've emailed a couple.
I can't remember.
No, I can't remember the name of the company now, but I've emailed a couple, and we'll see what comes back. But so I think we're going to do something for animals this year.
Yeah, like I'm an animal.
Like they say, it's a dog's life. So yeah, you're right there, Terry.
Lucy of the some super potato. Is that how do we work that out? Bundy Rose in. So that's the pair of them. It's a terrible 2. They're in.
The terrible 2. So I'm not going to take too much out of here at the moment, because obviously we've got to hollow this out. But I just want to define where my bottom of my bowl or pot is. So that'll be the bottom.
Pete's got it. Pete's got it. It's the PDSA.
Yeah, that's the one.
It's the vet one. That's the one we were considering that, actually.
Yeah. Something to do with animals. We've done humans for the last 3 years or 2 years? 3 years?
Years.
So we thought we'd do something with animals for a change. But like I say, I've sent some emails, but I've not had no response back from a couple of them, so I might just give them a little bit of a nudge. Right, so
Steve Fleming's in as well. He's saying Blue Cross. I don't know what that means.
All right, so let's just make sure we get
Like
that,
a Red Cross for animals.
get that focused in properly.
Focus now.
So let's just take this out. Yeah, I really ought to get on with that because that's only around the corner, isn't it?
Yeah. I was going to say that'd be like soon, wouldn't it? People's dispensary for sick animals. Yes, Ruth, it is.
So we're just going to
We
put
could take you down there. You're not feeling well.
Bray.
She's lovely, isn't she? I was just contemplating asking her if she could bring in some of those pies she made me today. She made yesterday. She makes these little tiny pies, like the one mouthful, you know, and they're blinking lovely.
So you've just slated her on YouTube, and you
she
wanted to
loves
bring her.
me, really.
You want you
She
to bring her
loves
food. Actually, I think I'm
Martin, Aurora Woodcrafts is in. Martin.
Martin, how you doing? I think I'm going to turn that out with forcing a bit. Most of that, I think.
He says, "Good one, nice one, Steve." He says, "I do a couple of hours a fortnight at my local animal rescue centre." Good man.
Oh, good man.
Well, some of them get a bad deal, don't they? You know.
Yeah, very much so. But I think I treat my wife well, though.
Yeah, I think you do. Every time you stop that.
Right, so forcing a bit in there. Let's just gently take
Frederick
that.
Days in. Oh, Frederick.
Right, Frederick, how are you doing? So nice and slow. Don't know how sharp this is.
If it's a bit damp wood, it won't be too bad.
I might steam a little bit. Yeah, it is steaming. Just a bit damp, that would.
Lewis says the next hashtag week should be husband clubs.
Yeah.
Just a number one driver golf club would do. Doors opening. Terry looks back. Thank you, darling. Look at that. Gosh, give me a load of pies.
You're too good to him, Ruth. You're too good to him.
That's her. She's lovely.
She's poorly, got a bad foot, and she's running around, are you?
Yeah, excuse me a minute while I just jump into one of these.
See the moisture coming out of there, look.
I can see that. She is too good, Lucy. She's too good to me. Never mind. It was nice. I have to have a drop of red wine to wash it down.
Just to wash it down.
Excellent. She only bought 5 in out of the 20 she made.
You have the rest for your supper, will you?
Yeah, they're little bite-sized quiches with onion and bacon and egg and all that in it. And it's blinking handsome. It's just melt in your mouth as well. Pete's unsupervised at the moment. Lisa's away.
Oh, no.
He's just want it on record that it's not his fault, whatever he says or does. Royce the boys just joined us.
Hi, Roy.
Yeah. Just a thought. Anybody got any second-hand what's he calling it? I can't remember the name of them now. Think of it in a minute. Cornish maize in. Hello, Katie.
Hi, Katie. How are you? Stream decks, is that the word you're looking for?
Stream Deck, that's the one, yeah. Anybody got any second-hand Stream Decks? Because they can't use it. Up for cheap grabs. Hands up, Roy. Know anybody? It is laburnum, Frederick. Yes, it's laburnum. Beautiful timber.
Very wet laburnum. That's been in my rack for over a year and it's still wet. Look.
God, blimey. Do you know why?
Why?
Because you left the bark on.
Oh, right. Don't dry it unless you take the bark off.
It'll never dry if you don't take the bark off. You need to take the bark off.
Yeah, I learned something new today.
It's got a wax coating in the bark that it stops drying it. Green Haven Creations is in.
Good evening. Did you get your OBS sorted, Roy? Right, so I'm going to check that, make sure we're see how deep we are. So we've got about another 10-15 mil to go before we start curving in. So we just take that in a little
Matthew
bit.
Lawrence says you need to try Sergeant's sausage roll.
Oh, I love Sergeant sausage rolls.
Or if I knew where they were, I would next time.
Down in Market.
Down in Market, right?
Next time you're down, I'll take you down there.
Okay, mate. Roy said he would sell me his, but he's only just bought it second hand. You managed to get the old settings back, Steve.
Oh, good. That's good because I hate to see a grown man cry.
Done any thread chasing yet, Roy? Unsupervised.
Right. Let's get rid of that.
Toby Shed's in. Oh, Joey, how are you?
Right, mate, how you doing?
Roy wants to know, is that the wood he gave you?
No. No, this is not a piece you gave me, Roy. That's still in the rack. Right, so we're down there now.
It's a split bit, Roy. Probably won't use it.
So we just need to hollow that out now. So let's get that out of the way.
So Paul's in. Hello, Paul.
Hello, Paul. Make sure we're still tight. Yeah.
He's asking Steve, what has happened to Wayne the Woodturner? Haven't heard from him.
I don't know. From what I heard, Wayne was having a bit of a break, but I haven't heard from him since then. I hope he's okay.
He's still having a bit of a break. I saw him the other day on 360 Club.
Oh,
and he said he's having a little bit of a break.
Oh, that's all right. As long as he's okay, that's the main thing. Yeah. So I'm going to use the Easy Wood hollower. Not the Pro hollower, the hollower. Just to clean this out. Put a bit of light on so we can see. Dink.
And he was on Doug's live, Woodspun Rounds live.
Oh,
earworming for him Tuesday.
So he's all right there. That's the main thing.
Yeah, good.
So just move that a little bit closer so we're not got so much overhang in the tool rest.
Dewey's asking me a question. Am I doing the live tomorrow? No, Dewey, I'm not. I'm doing them on Sunday, as usual. It's Friday night.
So actually I'm going to go to the Pro hollower because it's longer. Give me a bit more support.
Mm.
And the Pro hollower's got a bigger cutting blade in it. That's only got a little tiny 6mm blade in it, where this has got a 10mm blade in it. So
Okay, Lewis. We sent the video this morning, didn't get here. We'll have a look at that if it arrives. No problem. It should be on Sunday, Joey.
What's going on there? Why is that doing that? Below centre, I need to be higher.
Billy Burt of the Messy Studio is it?
Oh, Billy, how are you? Long time
Billy?
I can't see. Let me turn that head a little bit so I can see. Move the stream deck out the way. Right, let's try again. So you guys ain't going to be able to see this, but...
Did I see what he put? Oh, yeah. Sorry, Roy. It's shot by... was eaten at the time. Not yet, but I will next week. Yeah. I'll see you in about a year's time, and you'll say, "You want to buy some cheap presents?" No, you.
Some cheap cutters.
You know you can. No, Joey, I won't be watching this football. I don't watch football. I don't like football. Why, who's playing? Somebody's playing football for Sunday.
Yeah, football's on. Oh, well. Sunday evening, I think.
Won't be many in then, will there? Be many in my life. So Lewis has sent us a video, and Pete's seen it because he's telling me to put it on my live. So I'm gonna have to have a look at that in a minute.
Right, let's have a look at that. Those easy wood tools leave a lovely finish on the inside, don't they?
Mm. They are, Robert, overpaid prima donnas. I've been saying that since I was a lad. Even then, they're paid too much. See, Lucy would much rather watch me return than watch a football.
I'd rather watch you turn and watch the football, Terry.
Yeah.
Right, so what we got there, let's have a look. Got rid of the nibble out the middle. Just one more pass along the side, I think, because it's quite thick on the side. And I think...
Harvey Klein's in. Evening, Harvey.
Hi, Harvey, how are you?
I've been watching the tennis today, Joey. Rugby's a good game, man, but I have been watching the tennis today. I love it. Andrew says he'd rather watch paint dry than watch football.
Yeah, I'm the same. Right, let's move this back. Just double check that before we put another centre in there. So we're now round, we're now got it hollowed out. Just clean this edge up here a little bit, give it a bit of a sand. I think I might oil that because I think that might bring out the colour a bit better. But we'll sand it up. Actually, I suppose we ought to put a parting line in there first before we get... How you doing then, Billy? put a thin part
Watch
and
him
line.
paint dry. Aren't they?
So we're just going to put a thin part and line. Actually, put you on the camera so you can see. Put your thin part and line in here. Now we've hollowed out. We can take that away.
When Paul says, "Don't get the thumbs up, people." You know the rules. Like what you say, put a thumbs up. If you don't like what you say, well, buzz off.
I don't mind a thumbs down as long as people tell me why they give me a thumbs down. I'm a big boy. I can take a thumbs down.
I must admit, I did watch the 1966 World Cup. Watched 2 football matches in my life. One when I was 5. My dad took me to football, and I didn't like it, so I never went back. And the 1966 World Cup, because I thought better, really. He won.
Right, so let's get some sandpaper on that. Turn it down a bit.
Lewis, she was 38 then when she watched that World Cup. I was 34. But he's saying it's been a while since you could catch up with your live, Steve, because he's been busy in the shop. He's normally busy in the shop this time.
Oh, it's good to see you, mate. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming in. Pretty bit of wood, that is.
Katie Cornish-May says she's going to dash off, but she's still watching it on the TV. Oh, good
All right.
girl.
Thank you, Katie. Thank you
Okay,
very
well,
much.
thanks for coming in and saying hello.
Nice to see you. Or hear from you, should we say? Not see you.
We're saying he's Steve. I've done 3 pieces of laburnum and used oil, and I think it's better.
Who's that? Sorry?
Roy.
Roy.
He's used oil on them. He's done 3 pieces of laburnum and he's used oil and he thinks it's better. Roy's got a stream deck then, eh? That won't be long before he's doing lives then. Great. What you like on Sunday nights, Roy? There's a space going. There's a gap. The other Sunday. I had to miss the club on Sunday because he's a football fan on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Football.
Traitor. Can't believe you stood up your fellow woodturners for a bloody football game.
Yeah.
That's despicable. Absolutely despicable.
It is. Hey. No loyalty, is it?
Nope.
Alex Sheriff's in. Good evening, Alex.
Hi, Alex. How are you?
Billy Burt says that's a pretty piece of wood. Reminds him of Osage orange.
Never heard of that.
It is a bit.
Just a bit in here.
Pete's got a 6-hour video paint drying. Forgot to turn the camera off when he left the workshop. And maybe he should upload it. Yeah.
Be your highest viewing video yet, Pete?
It probably will. Ruby Clare's in. Good afternoon, Ruby.
Hi, Ruby. How are you?
Hope you're keeping well.
I'm not going to put my finger
Grandma
in there.
Ruth asked Roy who he supports. And he says Liverpool and England. Oh, well. Somebody got to. He says oil would be best on this piece of wood because it may chase some of the water out. True.
Yeah,
Do that with a gas torch.
I think if I did that, I think that'd crack.
Maybe. Actually, if you do it quite thin, it will probably dry pretty stable. Not a bad wood to dry from wet when you machined it.
Right. So that's 120. Let's just quickly do the inside.
Lucy says she's a Southampton supporter. We're gonna guess that, seeing you live there. I mean, how did Djokovic get on? Then he was 2 sets to 0 up, and he was 1 up, I think, or 2 up. And I had to come in here. See what I had to give up to come and speak to you lot. Back up my mate, give him some support. Roy says he was offered a Euro ticket, the final ticket today, £600. He offered to give him the going price of £100, and he said, "Don't insult me. Tell him to go and watch it himself then."
I wouldn't waste my time.
He bought it for 100 quid, and he wants to make £500 profit. So tell him to go watch it himself. Actually, tell him you'll think about it, and then, the morning of the match, say, "Oh no, I don't want it now." Then he won't be able to go, will he?
For that money, I want to include the flights.
Yeah, would have done. No, they haven't got. I'm trying to get them. Todd, I'm trying to G them all up. Get them to do it live. It's like 7 days in a week. Steve does like a Friday, say, and a Sunday morning. I'll do a Sunday. Not many other people coming on at the moment, so I'm trying to get Roy to give him some. And if he does alternate with me, I can do another day as well. Seeing he's brought a stream deck, he just will start doing lives.
400. Where's that gone? Oh, there it is, right in front of me.
Has had a bit of name dropping then, Lucy. Lucy says, "Terry, I actually live 23 miles away in Salisbury. In fact, the same village that Terry Pratchett lived." Yeah? Well,
Who's Terry Pratchett?
oh, he writes books, used to. Dead now. Not sure.
That's lived in, isn't it?
Oh, she lives, basically, she lives in that little circle of stones up on the hill. Stonehenge.
Right. That's the inside sorted. And let's just quickly run this outside up. So we got up to 180, so 240. If I put oil on this, will it swirl the grain again?
Probably won't, will it? Because it's already up. Rex B's in, just back from shopping. Hello, Rex.
Hi, Rex, how you doing?
Say hello to the wife for us then. Hope you had a good day. Good afternoon or shopping. Lovely. Morning, afternoon. Lucy's saying, Steve, he wrote the Discworld books.
Okay. That means nothing to me.
Discworld. I don't read books. I don't need to. Because I'm invincible. Why read books when you can watch YouTube? It's laburnum, Rex. Ah, Ruby Claire says her friend is 80 having a birthday party on Sunday. She's just wrapped up his gift, a nice log of coffee tree. Can see the
Nice.
wood turner too. Well done, Ruby. Professor says, if Roy did a live, I'd make sure I had food and a sleeping bag ready. It might be a long job. Oh, no, Rob, you can't say that.
He's obviously been on Roy's TikToks.
Yeah, he must have been, yeah. Pete says, possibly best not to make a threaded lid on this one, Steve.
No, definitely not.
Graham Brown's in. Good evening, Graham.
Hi, Graham. How are you?
He says he gave up on using the touch portal. It wouldn't work, but I've been looking at getting a stream deck for a while now and got 5 minutes from me. Well, yeah. Gotta get it to work, though. And Drummer Bruce telling me that Terry Pratchett wrote books Nicholas read over and over again. Good. And Nicholas knows who Terry Pratchett is, and I don't. You paid 30 quid for a stream deck, right? Bloody robber. Robber. What's that? You're a robber.
Right, so let's get rid of these hollowing
Lewis got to go.
See you later, Lewis.
He says, here's Lewis. He says he needs to fire up the grill to cook his wife's supper. Okay, mate. Well,
see you later, mate.
Thanks. Thank you very much for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for coming in, mate. Enjoy your buffalo steaks or whatever you're having.
Yeah. Moose steaks, are they?
Moose.
Right, well, says the stream deck's working as well for that price. Bad.
Right, so let's blow all that crud out of there.
Lewis says he don't want his missus to get a sore foot. Now you're taking the mick out of Ruth now. Ruth loves cooking. Right. Yorkshire gets in. Evening, Glenn.
All right, Glynis, how you doing? So let's part this off. Then I'll oil it after it's been parted off. So a slight undercut on there. So it gives me a little bit of a edge, and that'll sit on the edge of the pot, not on the actual base of it.
Moose is coming in a few months, says Lewis. Oh, cool. You got 3 tags. 3 tags? I thought your dad had one and your wife had one. I didn't know you got 3 tags. That's even better.
That means they can
Moose, you can feed the whole village.
Chuck that in there. Get a knife and just trim off the bottom of that. So just trim that off the bottom of there. And just get a Jacob's chuck and put in the jaws. Now I'm using a different Jacob's chuck because this Jacob's chuck hasn't got a relief shoulder on it, but this one has. So you can actually grab this one in your jaws, where that one you can't because it's not got a relief piece on it. And it
could slip out.
Yeah, but it slip out. So that's why I'm changing to a different Jacob's chuck.
Oh, his cousin, Lewis's cousin, hunts with him. He's got a ticket as well.
Ah.
Pretty hard to get older. You got to bid for him, haven't you?
Yep.
It's like
a raffle,
100 tickets or whatever, and 10,000 people want a ticket to go and shoot them in the season. I think the season's only 2 weeks. Sure. Maybe less than that.
So just clean that base up. So we just gradually go up through the grits.
Roy's Stream Deck says you got 15 buttons and can use 28 working buttons or something.
Say again.
Buttons. He says his Stream Deck's got 15 buttons.
Yeah.
Can use 28 working buttons. So obviously you double up on them.
You can do a lot more than that. Each button you can multiply by 10. If you want to.
150 buttons you got then. Oh, there you go then. Lewis says there's only 137 tags available in his zone, and you only have 5 days to go shoot a deer or hunt for a moose.
If you don't see one, you're a bit stuffed, aren't you, really?
Yeah, 5 days, blimey. I think the odds are with the moose, to be honest.
That's the idea of it, isn't it? That's actually the idea of it, that you're still culling them, but you're building up the stock at the same time.
Yeah. Currently 64 people watching on my...
Oh, thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
I still know you're all there. It only used to be 3 days, but they've lengthened to 5 now, obviously, because nobody's getting any.
Well, did you see a crack in that? That's not us in the grain.
Nice bit of wood, though. I love that.
I think keeping the outer bit and the inner bit just makes it look a little bit different, doesn't it?
Yeah. Don't know what to do Sunday.
You don't know what to do?
What to turn. I'll think of something.
Oops.
Michael McEwen's got to go. Have a good weekend, he says. Cheers, Michael.
See you, Michael. Thanks for coming over. Have a good evening. Right, final one, 400 grit. And then we'll get a bit of oil on it. And while the oil's curing off on it, we'll turn the lid. So that's the final one.
Yeah, I did a live on thread chasing though, do you really want to see another one? No, I can't actually. I'm doing a demonstration on Monday somewhere. Where is it? Down Steve's way somewhere.
They're my way.
West Suffolk.
West Suffolk. Whereabouts is that then?
West Suffolk.
Oh, what?
East Stoneham.
Yeah, I think I know where that is. I think I know where that is.
I've got to go there and do a wood-turning demonstration on Monday night. Probably going to do thread chasing, so I won't do it on the air.
Right, what am I doing? Right, we're going to oil this, aren't we? So let's get some oil on that. Then what do we put on it? Citrus, or do we put Danish? Ooh, what do you reckon?
Oh, lemon oil.
Citrus.
Yeah.
Citrus burnishing oil.
Yeah, lemon burnishing, citrus burnishing. It's got it smells lemony. It's lovely. That is. Give it a shake. Yeah, lovely that will be.
The tin's nearly empty. I had this tin before it came out. So how's how long I've had it? Trouble is, a little bit goes a long way, doesn't it?
Does.
Right, so this.
Frederick says he's just managed to put a thread on some laburnum. Not by hand, but by using a jig. Very splintery wood. It is a bit, but you can do it. I've done it by hand on there, but you need to do a few techniques to get it to stay there. Webfoot Resin and Wood Creations have joined us.
All right, mate. I think. Don't get me wrong if I'm wrong. I think it's Mark. Is it Mark? I can't remember.
If it is, Mark. If it isn't, tell us. David.
Mark. Is that his name? Is it David?
Somebody said hi, David.
Oh, right. Okay. I apologise. I've got it wrong. I'm terrible with
David.
names.
Don't mind. Rex is asking, are you going to SWAT this year as a guest instructor? Who are you talking to, me or Steve?
I'm their instructor.
I'd go if they give me a ring. I'll go. No problem.
Right, so we're going to.
He says he's on the 3rd tin of citrus oil. Never put it on the timber. It just sniffs it. Well done, Pete.
Right, so I'm just going to sit that there for a minute and let that soak in, and then we'll come back and buff that off. Put that over on this chair over here out of the way. Get a cloth and wipe my hands because it'd be a bit oily.
Like he says, Steve, that's really popped the colour.
Yeah, just brings it up. Right, so we need to put a lid on it. Question: do we put a coloured lid on it to keep so that the pot illuminates from the rest of it? So we just use a plain bit of wood and put like a black lid on it, or do we turn it from another piece of laburnum to match the lid? What do you reckon?
Put a white lid on it.
White lid? That's unusual. Never heard of that before. Let's have a look. See what we've got.
The outside's white, isn't it? I'm just thinking it might complement it rather than contrast it. But yes, you can put a black lid on. Black's always good. You can put an ori lid, any type of wood on it, and paint the colour on it to make it.
So I've got a piece of ash there. That'll be big enough to do that. So let's get that between centres. And I'm just going to have a quick look at this, see if I can sort this out. Because, oh, that's loose. That might be why that's not pushing the pin out. Yeah. Oh, that's better. Look at that.
Alan's winning so far. Alan Gibb is winning so far.
Winning.
Terry, do a nice big OG bowl Sunday. That's a good point. You're winning so far, Alan.
Did you do your coloured piece for hashtag week?
I didn't. No. Was that already out of my mind? I was going to do an earring stand for Ruth. She's been banging on. Well, not her banging on. Pete Twisted Tree's been banging on for months about it. Give me jip, so I had to do that.
Don't forget, folks, pictures over to me by this time next week for your hashtag piece, which is hashtag coloured bowl. Oops. And it doesn't matter how much or how little, as long as it's got a little bit of colour on it. Hasn't got to be completely coloured. It can just be a band around it, or even if just the rim is coloured, it's got colour on it. So it's classed as a coloured bowl.
Rex says he loves the smell of citrus oil.
Yeah, can you smell it, Rex? Smell. Breathe it in.
I wonder if he takes the tin to bed with him.
He just puts it on the bedside table.
Roy says you should use lime wood. Well,
lime?
Black lid would look okay, says Frederick. Christine and Michael, question. Michael asks, how many coats of oil will you put on it?
3, I would imagine, Michael.
3.
I would imagine that I'll 3. I'll let that one soak in for 5 minutes. Then I will wipe it all off, all the excess off of it. Then I will give it another one. And then let that soak in for 10-15 minutes. And then wipe that off and then give it another one. And do the same again with that. And then once that's dried off, I'll leave it overnight. If it looks a bit patchy, then I will do another one. But that timber has got a little bit of moisture into it. So that may be a little bit patchy as it pushes the moisture out, but we'll see what it looks like once it's done.
Well, Roy's done hashtag week, and Pete's saying go for a tapered joint on the lid, Dave. Give it a better chance of coping with the movement of the pot.
Yeah, I think that's going to move. You're right, Pete. I think I will. Right, so let's just reset that camera because we changed the focus on that camera, didn't we?
And obviously, Wivy Woodshed, Andrew, and Pete are both saying that I should be doing this lamp. Bruce been asking for 97 years. I haven't got any timber for a lamppost. I need a long piece of wood for that, like 7 foot, and I'll turn it.
You can make it in 4-inch sections.
Yeah, well, I'm got enough timber for that. Yeah, Frederick, it could be a platter. Yeah, I can turn a platter. Don't know. Perhaps I will. Barry's Recreation's got to go. Bye, Barry. Thanks for coming in.
See you, Barry. Thanks for coming over, mate. Right, so.
I'm 53, Dewey. 53 years old I am.
Calipers.
Dewey's asking me how old I am.
Too old. He's that old, Dewey. There's not.
He's asking Pete, actually.
They don't actually. They don't actually go up that age. He's that old. Numbers run out. 65.5 millimeters.
Right. Okay.
So let's do this so we can get it in a chuck first. Right. You know what I didn't do, didn't I? I didn't send them the points
Didn't send
up.
you a lathe. No, so it could be that it's out and the lid won't fit because it'll be buckled. Maybe you should do that.
Well, I'll just do this, put it in the chuck, and we'll see if it's out. If it's out, then we know it's.
It looks out. Looks out by about 3 mil. Nice. That might be because you ain't got a tool rest straight, but one of the two.
Right, so let's just take this out quickly. If this wobbles, then we know it's not square.
No, nothing.
A little bit. I think we can get away with that. So let's get this down now to our 65 millimeters.
We're going to get a nice piece of oak, about 8 foot long. 6 inches wide. 8 inches wide.
What you want is an 8-foot oak post.
Yeah. At about retailing about 190 quid or more.
Yeah, seasoned oak.
That's it. I don't want softwood from B&Q. Won't last 5 minutes.
It's close. There we go. So we'll just bring our pot back and check it.
Alan Gibbs asked the question, is it true when you put oil on a wet piece of wood, it pushes the oil out? No, it doesn't. I think that was Pete being a bit... Oh, no. I think Pete was being a bit... Pete. Like he says, 97 years since I promised to do Ruther. Lamppost. Just take her for a walk. There's plenty of lampposts down the road.
I don't know if you get away with putting one of them in your garden. That's better. That's better.
I
Right.
will do one day.
What's the hurry?
Yeah, no rush. Robert says, do green oak post. Well, green oak's okay. And it dries and it turns to iron. I was thinking of doing like the old-fashioned one, you know, the black ones you see with the old gas lamp type.
I look like raw iron.
Yeah, you know, the gas. They got flutes all the way up it. That's the trouble. So then I'm going to have to make a router jig to go all the way up. IO's up, you know.
All right, let's clean this up.
So that's another cost. That lamppost could cost me about £1,000. Cheaper to go to an antique store and buy one. Because then Ruth will pay. But she like it so much.
Here you go, Ruth. What are you rating this
Can I
one?
have that? Yes, dear. Get your card out. She earns more pension than me anyway.
Right, so let's get rid of all the tear out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little tenon in the bottom of that. No, I'm not. I'm going to put a little mortise in the bottom of that. Just so I can flip it on my SC2 chuck and just shape at the top. So SC2, we want 42mm tenon. No, we don't want 42mm mortise even. So there's my middle mark. There's my outer mark. So that's what we want. So we're going to put.
Andrew said he'd let you. Andrew, you're not supposed to say that.
I've got a fluting jig.
Lend me his fluting jig. I don't want to borrow your fluting jig. God damn it!
I've got one in the cupboard.
Do something.
I've got one in the cupboard if you want to borrow one.
Oh God!
No excuse, Ruth. No excuse. So let's just put a little bit of a pattern on that.
Why do I think everybody's ganging up on me today?
So I'm going to leave that little bit of a mound in there, just so that looks like we've actually a bit of decorative in the bottom of there.
See what you do when you fit that? You could then say, well, I don't like the look of that. You know, just if you don't like the look of it on the colour, you can colour that piece, can't you? To suit.
Yeah.
Rather than just, you know, turn something like a bit of blackwood. You got no choice anyway.
No, because you can change that to whatever colour you want, can't you?
Yeah, exactly.
In there. I don't know if I'll get a little skew in there. Might do. Just put a little bit of a.
As long as you're getting mortise in, that's fine. It must have finished now, the tennis, Ruth. I'll look up the scores later. It's okay. I reckon Djokovic won anyway.
Djokovic.
Yeah, I reckon he'll be in the final with what the other one? Alcaraz. He was 2 sets up and 2 games up when I had to come in and earworm. See the dedication. See the dedication there, Steve?
I appreciate your dedication, Terry. Thank you. Thank you so much. You know,
I was tempted to ring you and say, "Can we start late?" I thought, no, I won't do that. Sure.
Right. So what we're going to do is just quickly sand that up from 120 up to 400, and then what we can do is we're not going to touch this edge here because this is the right size, and then we can flip it, and then obviously do our shape of our lid by parting off what we don't want. So.
Roy's saying he agrees with Ruth. There should be more earworms.
It gets a bit hectic sometimes. Sometimes with earworms, it gets a little bit too hectic.
It can do, yeah. It can well do. I always have 4. That way, they can all talk amongst themselves, and I'll just do what I want. Thank you, Steve Fleming. He did win. Woohoo! See, I've got some friends, Ruth. My mate Steve said he won. Happy with that then. Roy says you could have asked him in as an earworm. I think you best take that as read then, Roy. Why he didn't. Steve's geeing up the audience now to come in.
You are?
Rag me Sunday. Pete's geeing up the audience now to come in on Sunday, my live, and rag me about doing Bruce Lamp.
What you should do is just get a bit of 4-inch timber and just say you're starting it. I'm going to do it in 4-inch threaded sections.
4-inch sections, yeah, threaded sections.
One every
just
week.
He's regretting he's just finished turning 20 porch rail balusters. It made him realise why he's not a production turner. I've been there and done that years ago. I don't want to do more of that.
Rather you than
it's
me.
Not good, is it?
I couldn't do that. That would bore me to tears. Absolutely bore me to tears. Right. So let's get that out of there. Oh, actually, put a bit of finish on that, I suppose, first. Would help. So a little bit of sand and sealer.
Well, yeah, you don't know whether you're going to keep it that colour, so were you going to stain it? You may not want to sand it to the whole thing.
I think I might leave the inside that colour.
Yeah, okay.
And then do the outside a different colour.
Decide later.
Right, so a bit of sand and sealer.
Went to Specsavers the other day getting a new pair of glasses because I've been complaining for ages of my eyes. They did it all. Went back to pick them up. Couldn't see it at one eye. Properly. Out of focus. Told them they had to do it all again last Tuesday. Or was it Wednesday?
Well, they put the wrong lens in it.
One of the days, I think. Well, they got it wrong, yeah. So, and I've got to have, because I have to use bifocals because I can't get on with variable focal ones. And the bifocal's got to be set to the lathe. So the distance I stand away from the lathe, like 2 foot onwards, what I mean?
Yeah.
And they set it for reading. And I've said 3 times, and 3 times he held the card back about how far the lathe would be away. And he said, "Yeah, I got that." And they come back as reading panes that you got to hold it 6 inches from your eyes to read. I can read 12 inches from my eyes without my glasses on. So what's the point of that? So I went back and gave him a little bit of a talking to. And another 2 weeks now.
That's the trouble, isn't it? Every time that's wait.
Yeah. I said, well, I paid for them, so, Or would you rather we just did them the same as the ones you got now? I said, well, you're going to do that, I'll have my money back because the ones I got now are working fine. Apart from the fact I can't see any right eye properly because,
It's obviously deteriorated.
Sight's adjusted differently, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's why I'm here. Oh, yeah.
They think you're stupid, don't they, half the time?
Yeah. Never mind. I'll get it right. I'll have my £200 back or whatever I paid. I can't remember now. 250, 75. glasses.
Glasses are not cheap nowadays. Nothing's cheap nowadays.
I've had to buy them. I've been buying them since I was 5. Well, I haven't paid for them, but I did pay for these, though. Ruth didn't pay for these. I did. If she kicks me out, I can at least go out with a pair of glasses on. See where I'm going. Won't be anywhere any clothes or shoes or eat. I can't take the car, but
you're able to see.
I'll be able to see where I'm going.
Right, so let's see what we can get out of this.
Oh, Roy said he did the same thing, and they put the lenses the wrong way around.
God almighty.
So did you walk upside down?
Let's walk upside down. Right, let's go there. Right, so let's take a lot of this off with the rough and gouge.
Frederick's just said he's just had to buy new glasses because you need good eyes to see through those. He said. Yeah, that's what I think. Mine like pebbles. Just gonna have a finny one, top horses.
Yeah, I'm going to try and do one. So we don't want to go no lower than what that narrow piece is there. So let's take
on that wood, yeah.
On that bit of wood, all in one. Nothing fancy. Not going to have nothing fancy on it.
No, just a little bowl or a little cove up and then a knob on the top or something flat on the top, whatever.
I ain't thought that far ahead yet, okay?
Bruce got to go. Bye,
Yeah.
Ruth.
See you later, Ruth. Thanks for coming in. Hope you're feeling better soon.
Must be something on telly she wants to watch, or she's going to bed, one of the two. Go in bed, dear.
Right, so I'm going to go to the spin gouger.
That's true, Rob. Pastor says you could walk out of one optician's, walk into another and get a different prescription entirely. That is true, but I think the bottom line is you got to be able to see through the damn things.
Not enough people moan, that's the trouble. They'll get a pair.
Hey, that sort of money.
They'll get a pair and they'll come home and go, I can't bloody see out of these. I'll wear my old ones.
Yeah.
But they won't go back to the optician and say, actually, these ain't right.
No, I did.
Oh, I don't know. I don't actually. I had my eyes tested at the optician. I actually buy my glasses online.
Oh no, yeah, I've got no filter that way if they don't work. And
the reason being is because they're cheaper, and if there's any problems, you can send them back anyway, exactly the same as you can a normal optician.
True, but only trouble is they don't do bifocals, do they, online?
Yeah, they do. Yep.
Right?
Yep. They
weren't doing right anyway, then, would they?
Hey?
They weren't doing to my specifications. You got to tell the optician.
They'll do whatever you want. There's a great big list of options you can have.
I might try that then. Roy's not very happy with his new optician. Why is that now, Roy? Can't see you.
Charges too much.
Looks over the top of your head. He looks over the top of his head. He can't. Probably the way you got to read the words is too high for Roy, isn't it?
He don't like it because every time he goes in, it makes him sit on those kiddie seats.
Yeah. And pump him up the right height. That's true, Andrew. It will only be good as the accuracy you give to the. But when I say it's out of focus, yeah, okay, is it better with this or better with that? Neither. It's out of focus. And then they keep it better with this, better with that way, better with that way, better with that. They know it's out of focus. Try focusing it first with a lens, and you can tell if the aberrations are out. But focus the damn thing. Anyway, you got it right this time. I think it was a learner last time. Booster cushion for Roy. That's right, Rob.
Spindle gouge is a bit bigger. Let's see if I've got a smaller spindle gouge in my spares drawer.
Give us finish it over the skew. Be nice.
Don't be stupid, boy. Don't be stupid. Got this little tiny spindle gouge. Let's try this one.
So Roy's got a new pair of distance glasses because he broke the other ones, and they weren't any good either. So don't ask him to do the same prescription, would you? Paul Denwood has just joined us. Good evening, Paul.
Hi, Paul. How are you?
That's a detail gouge, isn't it, Steve?
Don't know. Small enough to do what I want to do.
Yeah. Little detail gouge.
It's been chucked in the drawer for the last 2 years.
Roy thinks that's a thick finial. Don't be stupid, Roy. He's got it zoomed in. The lid's only a 1/4 inch wide. So how are you?
I don't want it. The thing is, the pot's chunky, so you don't want a little tiny, delicate finial on the top of it, do you?
No. Too thin, it'll look odd. Too short and thin.
Yeah, proportion, Roy.
Proportion, Roy. Remember that. It's all in proportion. Thank you, Paul. Paul's saying it's very good. He's enjoying the presentation. Good news.
Thank you, Paul.
Steve doesn't like finials, Lucy.
I hate him.
But he's doing one because he knows I'm watching. Dentists are the worst, said Frederick. Do you have your eyes tested at a dentist? I belong to a clinic, and they don't last long. Boss keeps sacking them. The learners get all the national health work. Oh, well. Perhaps I should be a dentist. Can't be too difficult, can it, really? Just like, using a little mini drill to sculpt out a hole to do a fill-in. Pair of pliers to pull out a nail, pull out a tooth.
Bit of P38 in there, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's about the best it's going to get.
That's not bad, Steve. Just gently sound that up. Lovely job, that.
That's the best that's going to get.
Steve Fleming says he should have left you the spindle gouge he had, Steve.
Yeah.
We don't know about that one, Steve Fleming.
I don't do a lot of detail work, really, with a spindle gouge. I don't do a lot of detail work at all, really. So,
Nice to practice, isn't it?
yeah. I did do one the other
Friday
day.
night's a good time to practice, Just under a little bit of pressure to get it right because people are watching, and that makes you do it better. You think about it more. Question of application. Looking quite nice, that is. If Pete was turning it, be in the fire in about 20 minutes. Actually, as a dentist, yeah, it's the sort of job you can get your teeth into if you have any.
So I just need to round that off a bit because the actual lip is not very big.
How much, Roy? How much was it? Roy's telling me that Aldi's got some full-bodied red wine for sale at the moment. He got 4 bottles. Crazy, it must be cheap if you buy bottles of wine. How much are they a bottle then? Well, there we go, an Aldi near us. Yes, there's one.
He's Sleaford, wasn't it? There's one of you.
Yeah, there is one in the back of Sleaford. About 5 miles away. Boston, I'm 10 miles away. Frederick says that looks good, Steve.
Thank you.
Yeah, he can do it when he applies himself. Fred, he can do it when he applies himself.
I never said I couldn't do it.
Like
Just so I didn't like doing that.
$4.99 a bottle. That's a good one. I might have a little trip down to Aldi then. Bruce just put a kettle on. Taking a cup of tea to bed with her. Can tell.
Right, so let's just take that up to. I think I'm going to paint that.
Black, white, green.
I don't know.
Actually, green would be a good colour. Nice green.
Green? No.
Green and brown go together. Earth colours. Just see what it looks like first next to the pot. Put the pot by the chuck just to see. Without taking it out if you're going to spray it.
What, before I colour it?
Yeah, just to see what you, because you might like that colour, just varnished up. Roy's drinking some of his red wine now. Yes, I'm drinking some as well. Mine costs a little bit less than yours, Roy. I got 4 bottles for nothing. Because I did a little demonstration at a church for nothing. I can. And they liked it so much, and the lady says it's just a little bottle of wine for you. She gave me the bag, and we got on. Ruth said, "There's 4 bottles in here."
Communion wine. That's the only trouble with it.
No, it's not. It's really nice actually. Dearer than I'd pay. But yeah.
That tastes better than all when it's free.
They were really pleased. Yeah, they were really pleased with the demo. So a couple of hours, and I thought, well, I'm going to charge you for that. Through church, isn't it?
Have they got a lathe up
Only
there?
one problem. No, I took one up from my Woodturning club.
Oh, I see.
This next 2 weeks is all the different Krafts are helping to raise money for the church and things.
Oh, right.
Or for the village. The money's going to the village, and I said, well, I'll do a demo then. And she said, the person that organised it said to me, that's really nice. Because I took some stuff up, different stuff, from to see what I can do. And she said, I like the snowman. Could you make me 180? I immediately thought of Pete, Twisted Trees. Yeah, perhaps he could. So they want them for Christmas for the children to paint. So we'll pay you. I said, yeah, okay. Awful lot of bottles of wine, wouldn't
it? Yeah.
Be a lot of bottles of wine.
Be a case.
Yeah. Frederick says spray lacquer. He said black spray lacquer. Frederick says.
And a piece of 320 here. Yeah, I might do.
Hang on.
We'll see what it looks like. Like Terry says,
it's the easiest colour to do, isn't it? But just hold the box up against it. In fact, if you're ready and finished to spray, take it out of the chuck, pop it on, and let's have a look at it.
No, I've got 2 more grits to
Always
go.
put it back in just for spraying. Always put it back in just for spraying, can you? Once you've sanded it ready, you can always lacquer it and spray it, whatever. At least we'll get sort of a look. That's quite nice. I like that. Okay, right. Laura's going to send some pictures. Good. Take them before you get drunk, Roy. Empty bottle, like that. See that? Just of an empty bottle. She got 24 bottles, not 4. They're that cheap.
Right, final one, 400. Wherever it is there. Actually, I think that's. Add to that bit. Let's get another bit.
Just dandy, wasn't it?
You've got to be so careful when you sand these in. You one little catch and that's gone.
Yeah, you have. Knock it with your fingers, I mean, crack. And you turn it into a little pot with a little knob on the top, the V knob.
I was doing one the other night for a little pot for our club. And after the 3rd finial, I'm thinking, if this don't work, damn it.
Do a knob, put a knob on it, yeah, not a finial.
I thought, damn it, if this one don't work. Right. So here's the pot.
All right, take it off there because you've sanded it now, so you don't have to do any more turning. So it don't matter if it's not center when it goes back, does it? You know, if it goes back in a different position, it won't matter. Show us that. Let's have a look at that. I quite like that. I reckon that polished up will look lovely.
Reckon?
I don't know, better than black.
All right.
I think that would look nice.
We'll try it.
But that's up to you. That's up to you. I'll paint it black.
I'll put some sand and seed on it because that'll give me the colours of it. And we'll see what it looks like.
Roy, where you been? Roy just said, "Are you colouring it, Steve? We've just been debating that for the last half hour, Roy.
What the hell's going on?
That wine's gone to your head already. He's not colouring at the moment. He's trying it to see if it's any good." Yeah, Martin of Aurora Woodcraft says, "What about honey?" Well, it looks honey coloured when you put sanding sealer on that. We won't need to paint it then, will we? You could just polish that with a bit of Hampshire Sheen eyeglass or something, or microcrystalline, because you've got to take it off and on, haven't you? And that would be, it wouldn't be shiny then, because you don't really want it shiny.
No,
the pot's not shiny.
Yeah, this pot's matte, isn't it? So.
Frederick now says, actually, it looks okay as it is. I thought it did too.
Let's just let it dry. Let's just give it a good coat of sand and sealer then.
Quick denib. Pop it back on the box.
So let's just quickly, gently denib that.
It is the wine, Rob. Yeah. Either that or Roy went off on one. Senior moment.
What do you reckon then? Let me come on this camera.
I quite like that. That matches the outside look, the softwood.
All right, let's.
Colour.
I can always colour it later because I can put it back in the chuck, so it's not an issue, is it?
No, Roy, we're not doing plum.
Thought it was red wine he was drinking. Right, so let's give it another coat of sand.
I think that's nice, Steve. As is.
Thing is, if I don't like it in a month
Yeah,
or
you
so's
can
time,
always spray it later.
I can always come back and take off the wax with a bit of denatured or methylated spirits or something, and then I can always repaint it then, so it don't matter. But if I paint it now and don't like it, I can't take it all off without sanding it all off.
That's true. That's true. Lucy says her phone's 15 seconds behind her TV. Well, I have it always. Don't forget, the phone signal got to go up in the satellite, back down to you, around the houses.
So is the
Because you're
TV.
getting satellite TV straight through on what's the name, aren't you? Probably. See, the TV's probably coming digital through broadband, isn't it?
That's all right, Lucy. You'll see it all twice.
Yeah. Frederick likes it. He says, pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, that's pretty good.
Right, put that back up there, right? Get rid of all that rubbish.
Lucy's asking, why won't my kids go to bed and go to sleep?
Not enough cow
Basically,
pole.
because you're not beating them hard enough.
More cow pole. Up the dose.
Cowbell, yeah. Extra spoonful of whiskey.
Extra spoonful. Of whiskey.
Works.
All right, so let's focus this thing because this ain't focused.
Instead of giving them a single, give them a double. I'll do it.
That's better. That's more focused.
That's betterer.
So look at that. Get that in closer.
That's good.
You can now get a bit of polish on it. So I'm using microcrystalline on this because, like Terry said,
Yeah, because
it's going to be handled, and we don't want a mega shine on it anyway.
Nope.
So making sure we get it in all the crannies and nooks.
And if you do decide you don't like it and you want to spray it black and you take a varnish or the backs off, then you're going to have to spray it matte black, aren't you?
Yep. I just
Movie Word sheds off to Yando's tomorrow. We'll look at it.
Oh, I'd love to go. I've never been to Yando's. Never been.
Fair way down, mind.
Is it?
Devon. Not far from where I used to live. Well, only like an hour and a quarter. But now it's 5 hours. 4 hours. 4 hours.
It's one place I'm going to have to go before I die.
Isn't that good?
Is it not?
It's only a timber company, isn't it? Well, tool company.
I know, but it's nice to go, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice to go, yeah. If you're down that way, go. But I don't know, I'll make a trip from here down there just to go and come back again.
No, because you'll spend 5 hours there, half an hour in the shop, and then another 5 hours back.
Exactly.
Right, so that's had a coat of microcrystalline. So now we can bring our pot back and wipe off the excess wax off, oil off of that. I'm actually going to take that out of there because if not, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to catch that and snap that off. So let's put that there out of the way. So let's refocus.
Andy, the Valley Woodturner says, free to good home. A 4-year-old and a nearly 6-year-old. Don't want them. Had that. Been there, done that.
Yeah.
Don't want none of that.
Been that. Yeah, exactly the same. I was talking about that the other day with somebody. They got their daughter living at home with them with a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. And I said to him, "You're a better man than me." I love my kids and I'd love my grandkids. I said, but when you've been through it already,
they go back.
So just wiping all the excess off of this. What I'll do is we'll try it for now, and then I'll give it another soaking before I go in tonight, and then I might give it another one tomorrow.
Lucy says the Steve the cafe does a nice cake. Stephen like cakes.
Bad for me, Lucy.
And she won't be making any brownies tomorrow before she goes down there because she hasn't been very well.
Oh,
What's been the matter with you then, Lucy?
right. So
Well enough to make them.
let's find a little bit of wood. Put that on.
Think much to make brownies.
So we'll leave that out. So let's go on to that camera. Oh,
Zoom out. Sounds lovely. I like that.
see if I find a bit higher wood. Stack it up on.
It's quite nice, that is.
Simple.
Simples. Look at that, lovely.
There you go. That's better.
Nothing wrong with that, mate.
So lid's on
Nothing
nice.
at all wrong with that.
Lid you can just feel the lid bite as you push it on. So I love this.
Way.
I love this bit in here. This is very nice. Really nice.
That's the way. That lid complements that.
So
but I know nothing.
He knows nothing. So
I thought you got over your operation, Lucy. I'm sorry you haven't got over it. That's not good. Okay, well, rest, mate. Get the old man to do all the work. You rest.
yeah. Right,
Arm
so
the kids out to the in-laws or the outlaws.
Outlaws. The Outlaws. The Outlaws is better.
Outlaws, yeah.
Because the Outlaws normally don't like you anyway, so it don't matter.
That's it. So you make sure they go out there. Just don't give them to Pete, right?
Pete will eat them.
No. Pete feeds them up with orange juice and chocolate and everything that makes them go out where, and then
Cuckoo.
sends them home.
Cuckoo.
Brian Brown says that's nice, Steve.
Thank you very much.
John says that's a nice job.
Thank
Very
you.
nice, Steve Fleming. Just a beautiful pieces over Dawson. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Really do appreciate that. Right, so
and there's lots of other comments coming in.
good. Let's clear some of this mess up quickly. That goes back in that cupboard out of the way. Leave my oil out because I need that tomorrow. Brush all this on the floor and I can hoover up after the live.
Oh, Lucy says her mother-in-law lives in Suffolk. Well, that's not a problem. If I pop down to yours, Lucy, on Monday morning, pick up the kids, drop them off at mother's, come doing live at Suffolk Woodturning. You can pick them up in about 3 weeks' time.
Well, actually, wait till next Tuesday when they break up from school. You can pick them up in 6 weeks. 6 weeks' time.
Yeah, they can have the whole holiday away.
Right, sorted. Sorted. Right,
Good piece that. I like that. You did well there.
Nice colour. I like the colour.
That's good.
I love laburnum.
Yeah,
I love laburnum. I really do like it.
Yeah.
Right, let's turn these lights off. Come back over there. That's a blingsy pot. So there you go. Nice little.
Too many nice comments. Too many nice comments. You have to read them.
Yeah, thank you very much, everybody. Really do appreciate that. Really appreciate the comments. What I'll do is, like I say, I'll give it another coat of oil, and then tonight before I go in, and then I can soak over. I'll buff it all off in the morning and do the same again. This is the one I did for my club. Very well, totally different actually.
Please have on full screen.
Hang on.
They can see it properly.
So I did this one. See, I do finials. Look. See, nice gloss top.
Oh, you did that. You did a finial. See.
So the only trouble is it's got a bit of worm in it. When I didn't know that until I started turning that. See in the corner there, just a little bit of worm down there, which is a shame really. But other than that, I really enjoyed doing that.
But you won't know till you get in there, do you?
No, there was a little speck on there, but you can't really see that. But yeah, nice gloss top, little bead of gold on the top there. But yeah, did that the other day. 3 times I did that finial before I got it right. But never mind. Never mind. It's all about practice.
All the learning curve, mate. All the learning curve, mate.
You know what they say? What don't kill you makes you stronger.
Yeah, it does indeed. It does indeed.
So, I won't be here Sunday because I'm at the shooting club. There's another competition on.
I'll be here.
Terry will be here at 7 o'clock, as always.
Don't forget 7 o'clock. Don't forget 7 o'clock. Eckington Arts. Eckington Arts.
Terence at Heckington Arts.
Eckington Arts. Very. And you'll find me. And you'll find me if you haven't found me before.
So yeah, go over and check Terry out. I will be back next Friday, I would imagine. I don't know if I've got a special guest there. I'm on next Friday. I will check.
Currently, I'm doing a platter. By the way.
Oh, on Sunday.
OG-shaped bow. OG-shaped bow. That's Steve.
Is that on Sunday?
Oh, maybe yeah.
With some colour.
Could do colour, yeah.
OG bowl with some colour. Hashtag.
Yeah. Yeah, about that then. Maybe a bit of puncturing as well. Nice thin rim. A bit of drilling out.
So
do that, come on.
Terry's making a garden lantern.
No, he's not making a garden lantern. That's got to wait till I get some timber. Paul Denward says, thank you. Thank you, Paul.
Well, yeah. So nice to see anybody new come in. Nice to see the old guys as well. I really do appreciate the support. Yeah, it's been good.
It's a shotgun, I think.
Yes.
RV.
Yeah, it's clay. It's clay. It's the East of England Playground shooting. East of England shooting ground, and it's all competition clays. We got 100 bird spawn and 100 bird trap. So the two different types of competition going on. So yeah, not last weekend, the weekend before, we had nearly 300 people come through the door. So that was good. Really busy day. Really busy.
300, that's nice.
Good day. Very popular. Clay shooting is expensive. It's a lot more expensive when I used to do a lot of it. When I used to do it,
almost as expensive as Woodturning.
Well, I think it's more expensive Woodturning, to be honest. When I used to let's say 5 years ago, before COVID, I was shooting 3 times a week clay shooting, and your 100 birds cost you about 29 quid, and obviously your cartridges on top of that. At the time, I used to buy 1,000 cartridges for around about 130, 140 pound. I took my son-in-law shooting last year, and I bought a slab of cartridges, which is 250 cartridges, and it cost me £84 for a slab of cartridges, and I was absolutely gobsmacked. I couldn't believe it. And then the round for shooting 100 birds was 43 pence, 43 pounds, 43p a bird now. So that's not a cheap hobby no more. It used to be quite cheap, but now it's getting. And some of the guys who come to the shooting ground on a Sunday, they would go shooting on a Saturday. They would go somewhere else in the morning on the Sunday, and then come to our club on the Sunday afternoon. So they're shooting 3 times over a weekend. That's not including what they do through the week as well. So how they afford to do it, I do not know. But it's
that could be 500 quid.
But some of them, you mean competitions? If you're in the competitions, you have a chance of earning money, but you have to be good. You know, I mean, I'm talking out of 100 birds, you got to be in the high 90s to be first place. The one the other weekend was 99. I think he was 99 was the first place person. So out of 100 birds, you drop 1 bird. You're good. You're very good. But yes, it's good. I enjoy it. I do a lot of the I do a lot of the marshalling now. I don't shoot there. I don't shoot competition. Never have done. It doesn't appeal to me that way. I just like it for social. But it's good fun. I do like shooting. It's enjoyable. But it is what it is. Yeah. So I won't be here Sunday for that. But the following Sunday should be okay. I'm demonstrating on the 20th at Kent Woodturners. So I should be back on the Saturday evening for that, so Sunday should be fine, and hopefully be here. Oh, I don't know if I should hopefully do Friday. If I'm doing a special guest airworm, then we'll have to do a Friday. But I need to be left early Saturday, ready for demoing at 10 o'clock on the Saturday. So I'll see what we got and see what we are, but I should be here.
Pete says wild clay pigeons are more expensive to trap these days.
Yeah. And if you got
Billy says, and a good competition grade shotgun's at least 10 grand. So that makes Woodturning look really cheap.
Yeah, and that's only a cheap gun. There's guys I know who got 30 and 40k guns. You know what I mean? That's extortionate amount of money for guns. You get a blazer, German Blazer, you're talking 25, 30 grand for a shotgun. But if it makes you shoot better, does it make you shoot better?
Does
At the end
it?
of the day, as long as that cartridge comes out at the end there when you pull that trigger, it shouldn't matter whether it's £100 gun or
And it
or a
hits the
hundred or
clay.
a
Who cares?
£100,000 gun. It should be. You mean it's not the gun, it's you. It's the shooter, not the gun. But anyway.
Frederick Dice is the only shotgun he knows is his wedding.
But anyway, that's where I'll be Sunday. Hopefully it's going to be dry. Hopefully. So other than that, don't forget hashtag pictures into me by next Friday if you can. I've had a few come in today, which are great, but obviously the more we get in, the better. So that's hashtag coloured bowl. Can be as big or as small as you like, as long as it's got some sort of colour. It hasn't got to be totally coloured. Where's the piece I did for the video? The piece I did is...
That could be Sunday. That could be my Sunday live
Yep.
then, couldn't it, really?
So obviously 9 times out of 10, I colour the back of the bowl, which I didn't do for the hashtag week. I coloured the actual inside. So, if you want to, just colour a little bit around the rim. That's all it has to be. As long as it's got some sort of colour on it. That's all it needs to be. And we're not looking for fully coloured bowls, but as long as it's got some colour on it. Just a band around it. I think I said in the video, if you just put a thin band around it, colour it, still classed as a coloured bowl. If you just do round the rim, still classed as a coloured bowl. So just a little bit of colour. Use your imagination, and it's always down to your interpretation of what you want to do. So it's always nice to see different styles and different techniques and what the other ways of people thinking. So it's always nice to see that. Yes, I only usually put one piece from every person in Frederick. So pick your best piece, email me over the pictures.
Email, of course, is skkrafts
at
btinternet.com.
Yeah, Billy. I had a Browning. Loved the Browning. Really liked it. But
I had a Browning as well when I was
fell
youngster.
in love with a Farburn. It's an Italian gun, and I hadn't been in the UK very long when I bought mine. I've had mine 10, 12 years now. I hadn't been in the UK very long. I'm not a great lover of all fancy stuff all over the gun. I like just a not nickel, but just a satin plain gun. I don't like all the fancy engraving on it. I'm not all that person. Anyway, I went into the gun shop to get some rifle ammo because we was going deer shooting. And I just happened to walk into a big fatal mistake. Whenever you go to a gun shop, walking into the gun locker room to look at guns, big fatal mistake. And I had this Browning from virtually when I first bought my shotgun certificate, or I had my shotgun certificate. And I walked in, I just saw these. There was 3 Farburns. There was a 28, a 30, and a 32-inch Farburn, all sitting in a row, 12 gauge. And I just looked over. I thought, oh, I like that. So I said, can I have a look at it? He unlocked it. I had a look at it, and I was looking at it, and he said, because you're a big chap, 32-inch might be better for you. So I looked at it. We came to, and I said, I fell in love with it. As soon as I picked it up and pulled it up, I looked dead down the barrel. Now, I'm left eye dominated. I'm a right-handed shooter, but I'm left eye dominated. So I struggle with clay shooting because I'm always looking over the barrel. But I looked down it and I looked dead straight down it, and it just felt comfortable. So I said to him, is there any chance that, I can have a couple of shots with it to try it? So he normally goes to a local shooting ground on a certain evening of the week, and he said, if you go down this night, I'll be there. You can have a play with it, see what you think of it, and go from there. So I said, okay. So what we did, hit what I was aiming at. Happy days. Came to an agreement. I traded in my Browning, and I got the Firebird. It's the best gun I've ever had. I only use it for clay shooting. I don't use it for game shooting because it's a too nice a gun to take in fields just in case you drop it or you fall over in the mud and this, that, and the other. So I only ever use it for clay shooting. I've got a Beretta. I've got a Beretta semi-auto for game shooting, and I've also got a what's the other one? It's a little 20 gauge, for when I'm going like just rat shooting and all things like that. But yeah, my Fireburn is the best gun I've ever had. I love it, and it wasn't expensive. I think it was about 1,600 quid. It wasn't expensive. So, like I say, brilliant gun for the money. Right. Right. I think we're going.
Right. Lots of people saying lovely job, Steve. Ruby
Thank
says
you,
nice
Ruby.
job, Steve. Yeah.
Right then. I think we'll go. Right, thank you very much, everybody, for coming over.
Yeah,
Hope you've
thank you,
enjoyed
everybody.
it. Thank you very much.
If you haven't already, please hit the thumbs up on the
That'd
way
be
out.
appreciated.
That'll be good.
And I hopefully will be back next. When did I say Friday? Friday. I have got a video ready. I might, if I remember and get time, I might stick it up ready for Sunday lunchtime. But if I put it up, obviously anybody who subscribe to me and hit the notification bell, you will be notified of the video going live on Sunday. I'll do it as a premiere. I won't be in it, but then you can all talk to each other during the premiere if you want. So other than that, thank you very much, guys, for coming over and joining us. Thank you, Terry, for coming in and helping out. Very much appreciated.
Welcome, mate.
Thank you, Brian, for being quiet in the corner.
Yeah, big time he did.
So anyway, we'll see.
You've been moaning all week, so yeah.
We will see you on the next one, guys. Don't forget to go and check Terry over Sunday evening. He's going to do something with wood. So have a great weekend. Speak to you soon. Take care. Speak to you soon. Take care, boys. See you guys.
Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
That's all, folks.